Hey guys, I know you're anxiously waiting for the results of the Iowa caucus. Um, yeah, me too. I'd like to share with you an article. Um, Andrew Yang is the most likable 2020 Democrat. So let's enjoy it and relax a little bit and have some fun. Okay, Andrew Yang is the most likable 2020 Democrat by John McCormack. It's not even close. Even as he wants that the robot upcla- apocalypse.
Review. Des Moines, Iowa. Even as he warns that the robot apocalypse is rapidly descending upon us, Andrew Yang wants his fellow Americans to know that it's still okay to laugh. While speaking to voters in the rural Iowa town of Grundy Center on Friday, Yang painted a bleak picture, arguing that Donald Trump is not the cause of America's problems, but the symptom of an economy that has left too many working-class Americans behind. The numbers tell a very clear and direct story, he said. We eliminated 4 million manufacturing jobs in the last several years in this country. And where were those jobs primarily located? Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Missouri, and 40,000 right here in Iowa. After those jobs dried up, the shopping center closed. People left. The school shrank, and that town has never recovered. What's more, he argued, in the coming years, things will only get worse as robots eliminate the jobs of millions of American telemarketers, retail clerks, and truck drivers. How many of you all know a truck driver here in the state? It's the most common job in 29 states, 3.5 million truckers, 94% men, average age 49. My friends in California are working on trucks that can drive themselves. They tell me they're 98% of the way there, Yang says.
Okay, so Andrew Yang actually talked about this in a recent PowerPoint presentation, and I'm gonna put the link below. Let's see what he said.
A robot truck you've all heard of. A robot truck just transported 20 tons of butter from California to Pennsylvania with no human intervention 2 weeks ago. Why butter? I have no idea.
I have an idea. Why butter? They're basically saying to robot trucks, it's just a piece of cake. Alright, so let's continue with this article. Why did they choose butter? If you Google robot butter truck, this is a true story. At the end of the route was a giant stack of pancakes. The crowd laughed, and Yan admitted that he had made the last part up by assuring them that everything else is real. Yang's unique policy platform, his signature proposal is a universal basic income of $12,000 a year for every American adult, had been key to his appeal with the small but enthusiastic band of supporters is built. That's not true. It's not small. It's growing. It's constantly growing. At the cost of nearly $3 trillion annually, on par with the cost of Medicare for all, no one should expect UBI to become law anytime soon. That's so not true, okay? Andrew Yang said that this is his number one issue, and he only need a majority to pass, okay? Not a super majority. And he actually described, what's going to happen once he's in office, how he got this passed. Okay. But as Ranger DeSantis wrote last April, it's worth paying attention to Yang because he has a policy agenda that features genuinely new ideas that, even if unworkable, argue interesting times for the future of American politics. Okay, Andrew Yang already won because he brought this issue of UBI to center stage. Okay, so they even put it as a question during the debate, and a lot more people are actually in favor of universal basic income. And I think there are like 60% of people now nationwide consider universal basic income a good idea. Okay, that's in comparison to less than half of people supporting UBI a year before. Yan's good nature and sense of humor deserve attention too. They help set him apart from his Democratic rivals and also explains his appeal. He pitched himself to Democrats as being the opposite of Donald Trump because he's an Asian man who likes math. Even when he can't make it to the punchline, his laughter can be infectious. Okay, this is hilarious. Okay, this is what just happened today. Andrew Yang talking to supporters about caucus going and what they should do to the unwilling people. Okay.
And you all know where the rubber hits the road. You know that this is where all the action is. Every call, every door knock, every face-to-face convo, every little old lady you help to the caucus site, every shuttle ride. I was going to make another joke. Every unwilling person you knock unconscious and drag them and then take their body and drag it over to the Andrew Yang part. And then you prop them up, make them seem like they're conscious. Each one of those people.
He's lighthearted.
Every person. It's great. Look, a person.
Okay. That's so funny. So Evelyn was like, contain yourself. See, Andrew Yang is pretty lighthearted and, relaxed at this point. Right? He's making up jokes to a point that he could hardly control himself. That's so funny. Okay. That's as also it shows his human part, right? He's a human being. He's a genuine human being running for president. He wants to solve the problems for American people. Okay, while Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren spend a fair amount of their time denouncing Trump, Yang takes care to emphasize the need to win over those who voted for Trump in 2016. I don't want to put anyone on the spot here, but if you're willing to share, how many people here in this room voted for Donald Trump? Yan asked a crowd in Des Moines on Saturday night. A few attendees raised their hands. Let's give them a round of applause, he said. It's not clear how much longer Yan will be in the Democratic primary. He's gonna be here till he wins. His polling at 3.3% in Real Clear Politics average of Iowa polls, despite the incredible enthusiasm of his supporters. I mean, the polls are just so rigged. It's just so untelling, okay? Let's look at the results tonight. He's already polling like 8% nationwide. Okay, though only 50% per people showed up at Grundy Center on Friday afternoon, he drew a crowd of 1,200 in Des Moines on Saturday night, and a large percent of those who arrived too late to get in were wearing the Yang Gang signature blue hats, emblazoned with the word math. Few of those waiting in line were even willing to entertain the notion of getting behind a second choice if Yang proved not to be viable at their caucus location. However long his campaign lasts, though, it's fair to say that American politics would be better were more politicians from both parties to emulate Yang's style, if not his policy proposals. Okay, we already saw that Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Pete, already started to copy Andrew Yang. Okay, Joe Biden also did, and some people like Warren has started to consider Andrew Yang's universal basic income, the freedom dividend policy. Okay. Tulsi Gabbard said that's a good policy. All right. So, yeah, you can see that this author is apparently not Yang Gang, but I mean you can see that actually from the number he listed and the way he described this. But still, he likes Andrew Yang. I mean, he said Andrew Yang is the most likable among the 2020 Democrats. Okay, that's remarkable. I mean, even people who are not Yang Gang are saying this is the most likable guy. So I think the energy on the ground is unparalleled, and so really look forward to the results. All right, please, yeah, share what you think and comment below.